hold no grudge, I know exactly what you have done, and I know that she was just for fun. She can't compete with me. Every feeling is through like a solid one, and you can't break through. Gonna take more than that for me to lose you. And baby, come so far to be ashamed now to lose it all. Can't bear it again to lose you. Nothing really lasts forever. I'm gonna give us a try and make things better.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I was over here grooving, my bad. Welcome to Skrilltown Talk. I am your host, Mr. Skrilltown himself. And tonight we have the lovely, talented artist, singer-songwriter, music producer from South Wales, the United Kingdom, Karla Lynette. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, so she's telling me that it's 2 a.m. over there right now. And I truly apologize because I didn't realize it was that late. So, without further ado, like I said before, I'm excited about this interview. I appreciate the time that you're giving us tonight. Hopefully, we get fans that's pumped and want to hear this interview because you over there is 2 a.m. and you probably like, man, I'm ready to get this thing over with so I can go to bed. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it. So let's tell you a little bit about Karla Lynette. She is the third of five siblings growing up in a family that was very musical. She came from a working class family where her father was a steel worker and her mother was a stay-at-home mom who took care of all the children. Wasn't until she became a young teen that she would enter talent shows and win family holidays every year. She was the queen. She was killing them. And then it says she didn't just sing. She was writing at a young age and playing the piano. Said she met her first manager at a club where her and her friends were doing karaoke, and then he took her under under his wing and got her equipment. Learned that everything, and then it says, and then she started impersonating Madonna. I can see that. Madonna from the early '80s, and said around the clubs with the stage name Ladonna. After 2 years of the Madonna shows, a few years later, Carla started back out as a country solo singer, singing cover songs of Dolly Parton, Brenda, and then she started writing more songs. Let's see. It looks like Carla met a guitarist, ended up joining a band, became a lead singer, and was writing songs for the band. So she just writing for everybody now. And then it says, um, okay, she's been in a few bands over the years, band called Streetlights and Rockstock and Blues. Also did solo performances. And then it says she performed at the Grand Pavilion, hosted by Mike Doyle, TV comedian and BBC radio personality. And so you've done a lot. There's a lot in here. But the one other thing I wanted to scroll through is that, okay, you decided to produce your own music, setting up home recording studio, and then a year later, on May 3rd, 2023, you got yourself a publishing deal with AMG, and I'm pretty sure that's slash Sony because I know Mark. So you got AMG, Sony publishing deal. You writing songs. Everybody's getting you in bands out there. You're from the UK. I've actually had the blessing to interview. I think it's three now from the UK. So yeah, welcome to the show. Welcome to Skrilltown Talk.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So tell us, outside of your bio, how is the music scene in the UK?
It's okay. It's not brilliant, but it's okay.
Hmm.
It could be
So is
better.
it could be better. Okay.
Mhm.
So what genre out there is like leading the pack? Like what's the genre that most people in the UK and in that Wales area um,
Uh,
that they
I would say
normally
it's more rock over here. More people like
Wow.
dance and rock. Yeah.
Okay. So cover bands are really the thing then, because a lot of
Yeah.
times with rock bands, yeah, cover bands are really the thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so so how long have you been doing music?
I've been doing it for, well, since I was young, but I didn't really take any interest till I was in my teens. So I was at around 14-ish, 15-ish. And
Okay,
then I went to a karaoke and I ended up having a manager.
right.
And he just took me and bought me the equipment and bought me everything that I needed and took me around the club. So, but he wanted me to do impersonating as Madonna and
Mm-hmm.
Dolly and things like that. So that's how I
So
started out.
yeah, so with the karaoke going into the impersonating, what were you taught by that manager about the beginning stages of the music industry?
Not a lot, to be honest. Not very much. It was like, I liked your voice, and he owned the pub at the time, so I used to sing in
Okay.
his club, and I would be the entertainment every week at his club. And
Yeah,
then I started going around to other clubs, and just one thing got led to another. So yeah, and
okay.
everybody enjoyed it, but I wanted to
Mhm.
just be me. I didn't want to do the impersonating thing, but I started off with
Right.
it. So
Yeah, and so how long would you say something like that can last before eventually, like, this is getting old, or, either,
yeah.
because I mean, the way I've always looked at it is that, because I know a lot, like I've been around the business for a long time and I've seen the cover bands that never bring out the
Yeah.
albums, and then
Yeah.
the artists that only do covers, so
Yeah.
you got the ones that never do covers and never perform at clubs, and then you got the other ones that all they do is perform at clubs and do
Yeah.
covers. So how long would you say something like that can last, as a cover artist?
Not very good, to be honest, because, well, what I wanted to do was I wanted my own band. I wanted to do the original covers for a band, my music, not covers.
Right.
But I only did that for a short while with him. It didn't last. So
Yeah, I didn't really.
yeah. And then I met other people on my way, and it just went our own separate ways then. And I just went into it myself and joined bands.
So has
And
that been a better decision for you to do
oh
it
yeah,
yourself?
yeah. The only thing with bands is that everybody wants wants to be the lead of everything and take over and that, but I didn't really get on with the bands that much. But yeah, they used to think that I was taking over all the time, which I
It's
probably
like,
was.
right. I mean, you got
So
to get in where you
yeah,
fit in,
I know what I wanted, and they didn't know, so I knew what was best.
Right. You're like, look, this is my show right
Yeah,
now. Once I leave, it's your
yeah,
show.
yeah. So
But right
it was
now,
a
this
cool
month.
band. Yeah. No, I think that was the best. The bands, and it's no good personating other people because I wanted to do my own music.
Okay.
So that's
So
why I
what?
left the other one.
So you're in Wales.
Yeah.
What have been some of the challenges of being a female artist, a upcoming female artist in the Wales or the UK area? What have been your challenges?
It's not really much challenge here, to be honest. It is
Really?
quite a small place, yeah. So it's not
Okay.
really much of a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly bands here, so there's not many solo singers. And
Okay.
it's mostly just rock bands. It's like I'm probably unique to everybody else because everybody else just disappeared. I think you broke up. Oh, there you are. You got again.
Okay.
You're
All
breaking up.
right. Still got people on here. All right, hold on one
Yeah.
second. I can't hear a
Okay.
thing. Give me a second.
Okay.
Let's see.
Like a lonely road when you're all alone. Just
focus, stay in your zone, gotta keep control. You can't love nobody else if you can't love yourself. To change your future, be willing for single change yourself. I want a positive vibe. I got a positive vibe. Give a positive vibe. From this positive vibe. Some days I feel like quitting, hard to focus through the pain, but the sun it keeps on rising even on a cloudy day. Just some things that
Okay. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's why I'm asking you about your challenges. These have been my challenges since I started back doing this. It's like, yeah, like every couple of shows, what just happened was, if you don't know, all the power went off at like one time. So I could still see you. I went out. I couldn't hear you anymore. But anyway, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Gotta love technology. But you were saying that it's a small area. Yeah. Okay. So what's the population like? Because I think I met one person from Wales a long time ago.
All right.
Yeah, but I really don't know a whole bunch about it. So, that's why I was asking about the challenges and stuff like that.
Yeah, I grew up in a small town and I moved here to do music because I live in the city now.
Okay.
And back home where I was, there was literally nothing there whatsoever. And you'll have like maybe a few pubs here and there, but it's no good for music or anything like that if you wanted to make a career.
Yeah.
So I decided to move away. I had a job down here, so I moved closer to my job, and I met these guys, and they were a band, and I decided to join their band. And they had their own studio, and they did music videos and everything like that. So I got together with them, and we performed in the pubs and clubs around Swansea, and everything was good at the time.
Yeah.
For a short time.
A short period of time. So now going into the writing part of it, because during your bio it says a lot about you writing. Like, how did you get the experience of writing? Was it like on a wing, or did you study it, or like how did that come about?
I think it more came naturally as I was growing up and things around me, and I write about my life and what I see and what goes on. And more like tell stories and things like that. I did acting and things like that, and I did drama in college and things like that. But so I think my music comes from myself, my own inspiration.
Yeah,
and
nice.
On,
so who else has inspired you, like as far as musicians? Who is your inspiration growing up and all the way up until now? Like, as far as if you could think of artists. I have to light this up a little bit because some of the other
I did like Madonna from the early years, only because I used to sound like her. So she kind of did inspire me. Dolly also inspired me. But it was Anna Nicole Smith, actually, who I wanted to be like.
Okay. Yeah, we all want to be like somebody. Yeah, we all want to be like somebody when we're growing up. A lot of people.
I didn't really get my songwriting much, but I used to like John Lennon because I used to know because he was a good writer, and I also liked Elton John. So
okay. The Johns, John Lennon and Elton John, the Johns. Yeah, I like Madonna too. You can't not like Madonna. I mean, she's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? And
she's good like, back in the day.
Right. And then Dolly, you gotta love Dolly. Everybody loves Dolly. So so if you were to say, like, now we got the people that you were inspired by. We know that you write music. Your sound. Who would you compare yourself to?
Don't know. No one. Me.
I like that. Yeah, no comparison. Yeah, like you can't compare. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so tell us a little bit about the process of you getting your publishing deal with AMG, and tell us a little bit about that company.
I met Mark. I think he found me on SoundCloud, and
Mm.
I was rapping to a song, Betty Boop.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and he found me on there, and he said that he'd be to place my music in some movies or films, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it just went from there, really. I just sent him some music, and it went from there. He said I was talented, and that was
Yeah.
that. And I
Okay.
ended up signing. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Well, congratulations on that. I've actually met him myself. If
Yeah.
you don't know Mark Berry, he's connected with Sony Entertainment Music. I mean, Music Entertainment. He
Yeah.
has his own company, AMG.
Mhm.
They do a lot. They've had a lot of Billboard charting awards. They've done a lot of iTunes stuff in as well. And he has a lot of artists all over the
Yeah.
world. And I had an opportunity to send some music over to him with some artists that I was managing last year. So I know
Oh,
exactly who you're talking about. Yeah, he's a good dude and he does
oh, yeah.
well. Yeah, he most definitely does well.
I
So
think so.
with that, how many projects have you guys worked on, and what do you have coming
I
up?
just sent him, when we met, I just sent him a big catalogue of all, like 40 odd songs. So,
Really? Okay.
yeah, he's got all my songs.
Okay.
I actually got a few more for him, but
Yeah.
yeah, I just sent him straight over for him. So whatever he wants, he picks, and whatever he
Hmm.
don't want, he chucks. I don't know.
Nice. Oh, nice. Hey,
Yeah,
you know what? The more the merrier. The more
yeah,
songs they
exactly.
have, the more the
They're not
songs they
doing
play.
nothing, so they just sat here in my room, in my drawer. So they just as well.
Yeah, yeah. It's better to have
Interesting,
somebody
yeah.
manage that catalog, most definitely. So what do you have coming up for the rest of the year, going into next year?
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I got new songs coming out. I'm also maybe starting performing again because I did stop for a while.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about doing that again.
Okay.
Um,
But your
and,
music this time, right?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Hmm.
And well, I'm going to New York as well in September. So, well, the end of
Okay.
August. Yeah,
Okay.
so I did speak to somebody from AMG actually, Dwayne, I
Hmm.
think his name was,
Hmm.
and he's sorting out a festival or something. So hopefully, where things are crossed, that he can get me in one of those when I'm there. So
Yeah.
that'll be great if you do that.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So
Yeah,
how far is Wales from New York? Like on a plane? How long
over
would you, like a
8
couple
hours flight
hours?
or so.
8 hours? Ain't too
Yeah,
bad.
8 hours flight. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been to the States?
No,
This
no.
will be your first time in
Yeah,
September?
yeah.
Oh man.
Well,
Okay.
the end of August really, because I'm going to London first, and then
Uh-huh.
straight from London to New York.
Okay.
So,
Nice, nice. So I see you got some stuff back there in the background. I see a piano or a keyboard.
yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah. So what instruments do you play?
Right. Okay. I play piano. I learned myself how to play piano, but my sister was in a band years ago, and she married the lead singer, and his
Mm.
brother taught me a little bit of piano, so I kind of stuck to it, and that's how I write my music.
Oh, okay.
And I play a little guitar. I'm a bit rusty, but I used to be really good at it one time. But now I started picking it back up again. Um,
Nice.
yeah, so piano, guitar is mainly.
Okay, okay. So, and the reason I'm asking this question is on the new project.
Yeah.
What do the listeners need to know about your upcoming work? Is it going to have some of those instruments that that you're experienced with? What type of like concept are you going to have for this new project that's coming up?
Well, I always play the piano in my music anyway. So, and then I use the little keyboard on here as well. So, because it's my tune.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I've made my own beats, and I also use the loops as well sometimes. But
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much it's mostly piano mine anyway. And then I change all the tunes of the piano into different instruments. So
Okay.
So
So everything's original, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That makes it a lot easier. That, like you said, you don't have to depend on going somewhere else when you can create
Oh,
your
yeah.
own sound at home.
Yeah, no, I used to go to studios, but COVID as well ruined everything. So I used to go to a studio not far from me.
Hmm.
And he used to play the guitar, and he mainly did my music. I would tell him what it is. I'd play like chords for him and show him what it is, and then he would normally build my tracks. But
Mm.
since COVID and that, I just got the studio myself, and how hard could it be? So I
Yeah.
started myself, and I
Yeah.
just went from there.
So how did COVID affect your music career at the time?
Oh, because we weren't allowed out or anything like that, so I couldn't make contact with him and things like that. So it was hard as well, like doing over the internet. So because
Yeah.
he had all the stuff there and I had nothing here. So I
Hmm.
just decided to get my own, and I just went from there, and I picked it up straight away. So I just
Wow.
kept practicing and practicing. Some stuff was really bad at the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, it was awful.
It's like trial and error.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Well, so
It was really bad.
the crazy thing is that COVID was a gift and a curse, because for some people it was like super, like I started, relaunched my company in 2020. So I
Yeah,
like got the brunt of it. But the crazy thing is that if it wasn't for COVID, we wouldn't
yeah.
be doing this, because
No,
I did a show from a studio in Kansas
right.
City. And then
Wow.
when the building got shut down, I had to start doing interviews from home.
Right.
So without COVID, we wouldn't be doing this podcast. So for a lot of
Okay.
people, I know, as artists, because I produced a lot of music from home when that happened that I wasn't planning on doing. So that's why I always ask like how it affected people across the world, because every country was different. Their rules were different, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I managed artists from Paris, and it was the same thing. It was like you guys. It was like they couldn't come out their house.
Mm.
But in the United States, we could come out our house, but we had to wear
Right.
masks everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's why I was asking, how it
Yeah.
affected you all over there in the UK.
Yeah. No, God, nobody would let you come out the house. The neighbours would grass you up if you came out of your house. Over here, it was that bad. Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, but
Yeah.
like you said, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be doing this now. So
Right, right.
something good will come out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about, and now you can network more
Mhm.
online. I think before,
Oh yeah.
even though we used online a lot, we used a lot of the virtual stuff before. I think once that hit, the COVID and the pandemic hit, we really started utilizing it more. Like
Yeah.
video calls and podcasting and just everything. We started really taking advantage of that situation, which was good.
Yeah.
So I got a couple more questions before I get you off here. One would be, what type of words of wisdom do you have for up and coming artists, especially out in your area?
Right.
What do you have for them? What type of advice would you give them?
For once, if you're young, then I suggest move away from you. Because it's no good. You need somewhere where there's a music scene where it's all built up for you and things like that. Because it's nothing around you, musical artists, not for
Yeah,
the upcoming artists, if you ask me. And they have like theatres and things like that, but it's nothing if you want to start a career then.
right.
And don't give up, because I was around a few years ago and I give
Mhm.
up,
Mm.
and now I started again. So
Yeah,
I have a lot of regret there.
yeah. You know
Yeah.
what?
So,
I did the same thing.
yeah.
I gave up in 2007. I gave up. I,
Yeah.
I threw the cards in,
Mm.
and fast forward, what is it? 13 years later, I
Yeah.
came back. So
So,
no, we all go through times and
mhm.
discouragement. But you bounce back. That's the like at the end of the day, what's more important is that you bounce back. You know, because it's a lot of us out here that don't bounce back.
Yeah. True.
So yeah, the other thing I was going to ask you, and you hit on it, how important is it to be in a market that has entertainment when you're trying to be an entertainer?
I don't know. Say
Yeah,
that
because
again?
because you said how important is it to be in a market with entertainment when you're trying
Right.
when you're being a musician or entertainer, when you're
Right.
a musician or entertainer?
I don't know. I promote a lot of my stuff myself because
Mm-hmm.
I think if you do your own stuff yourself, you know it's going to get done. So, and I know what I want. So,
Right.
and I feel the only people that can make my music quicker and go quicker is me, because I know what I want to do with my music, but I can't reach.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of these days, there's a lot of money on things, and you're getting all these promoters, spend this, spend that, blah, blah, blah. And
Mm-hmm.
some people just don't have money to do that. So I got to
Yeah.
go around the hard way and try other things. So
Yeah. You
My
know
God.
what? It makes you a better person. It makes you respect it more. You know, somebody told me a long time ago that if you do it yourself versus somebody else doing it for you, you'll respect it more.
Yeah.
You know, so and that's how I feel about a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you. Only reason I asked that question is because I was gonna say, like, so if you were in let's say a New York or
Oh, yeah.
or maybe a France, you know, where the music is a little
Yeah.
bit bigger in the
I
Europe
actually
side.
asked someone in France, Joey Wells. I think
I've
he had
heard of
a
him
top hit
before.
Round the Clock.
Yeah, yeah.
He was going to sign me years ago, but because I was like far away and he was going back and forth France, and I did a song with him called "I Never Fall in Love Again." That's on SoundCloud.
Okay.
And he was going to sign me up for that, but again, I didn't have the money. So, but I
Right.
really wanted to do that. Yeah. So, but that was just before I started with Mark. So, but I
Yeah.
still speak to him and still friends and things like that. I think it's important to stay in touch with the
Most
people
definitely.
because you're never going to know when you need them. So
Yeah. You
I
might
always
need
stay
each
in
other.
touch.
You
Yeah,
might be able to help him with something that he don't
exactly.
have.
Exactly.
Yeah, sometimes we get into these relationships and we think that it's all about them helping us, but it
Yeah.
ends up being that we help them,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
and then that relationship lasts a lot longer when we help them versus them helping us.
Yeah.
Lastly, where can people find you online if they want to get a hold of Karla Lynette?
Okay. Well, I have a website, carlalynette.com. Got my own name now. It's late. I got an
It is.
excuse.
Yeah, that's why I'm like trying to help you out a little bit. Yeah.
There's SoundCloud. That's what I mainly use. And I did have things on Spotify, but my account was all messed up from the beginning. So I kind of took it down. And the music, when I first started out, I just chucked them all up. And there's a few bad tracks and things like that. But at the time, I didn't care. But
Right.
now I thought, oh, it's cringe now. So I took them down.
Yeah, you gotta put them back
Yeah,
together the right
so
way.
yeah, and I'm gonna do a new one, so you'll be to have Spotify again, so you'll be to find me back on there soon. But if you
Okay.
want to hear my music, then it's Free Chords and SoundCloud.
SoundCloud. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
but
I'm gonna have to
that's my
check it
main
out.
one.
I wanna hear more from Karla Lynette. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm most definitely have to go on SoundCloud. I got a SoundCloud account too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just Skrilltown MO. But it's funny because you said you actually got discovered on SoundCloud, but for a long time, a lot of people wasn't. It's weird because for years people were getting discovered on there. Then
Yeah.
it stopped. You know, people started getting discovered on other platforms,
Yeah.
and now it looks like it's going back to that,
Yeah.
where people are getting discovered again in SoundCloud on SoundCloud. So
Yeah.
So yeah, well,
I
we are.
didn't know who Mark was at the time. I just thought,
Mm-hmm.
just someone that was just listening, because I get a lot of that all the time as well. A lot of promises and a lot of this and a lot of that. And
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Mark said, send me music. So I thought, okay, what have I got to lose?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
How long did it take you to finally be like, okay, I believe this guy?
I knew straight away.
Mm. You looked at his
kind of knew
website,
straight away,
huh?
yeah. I think it's because he came across so professional. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
I checked him out then, done my
Yeah.
little search on him.
Right. You got to. You have to. Yeah. You have to.
So,
And he has a
yeah.
pretty good
Oh yeah.
extensive website.
Yeah,
You know, everything's on his website. So
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
hard to, fake things when you got a website that has everything on it with his pictures on there and everything else.
Yeah. No, I like Mark a lot. I like AMG, and I met a few of them. I spoke to Dwayne and Phil. Phil's another one. He actually lives in Pembrokeshire near me.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he wants to meet up and go places and talk about music and things like that. So I was gonna, but then I thought, oh, I don't know yet, because I'm still trying to figure all this out as well with my writing and the producing.
Right.
So I thought maybe I should get to do that a little bit more first, and then maybe look at going up then. So I don't know.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, they are a nice team. I trust them. They're good.
Yeah. That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, you trust them. You feel good about it. You're comfortable around them. That's a winner right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, this has been nice. This really has been nice. I appreciate your time at 2 a.m. I'm sorry that it's so late over there. It's only 8:30 here. Sorry, but 8:30 p.m. But yeah, I'm be looking forward to some new music from Karla Lynette. I want to hear some.
Yeah.
Make sure you tap in with me when your new project comes out. For all the listeners, check her out, karlalynette.com. She got a real cool website. She's doing some big things out there in the UK. This will be rebroadcasted on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn. If y'all want to go back and check this out, don't ignore the part where my power went out. Yeah, don't even worry about that. That just act like it didn't even happen. Because you just got to do that. Just close your eyes for a minute, like that part of it didn't happen. But yeah, thanks again, Karla. I'm gonna let you probably get off here and get you some rest, and we will talk soon. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Have a good one.
Thank you for
See you later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Peace.
Bye.
Like a lonely road when you're all alone. Just stay focused, stay in your zone, gotta keep control. You can't love nobody else if you can't love yourself. To change the future, be willing for we must change ourselves. I'm on a positive vibe. I got a positive vibe. Give a positive vibe. From this positive vibe.